Hey YouTube, so I'm making a video as a video response to 2011 Teenage Moms video on second time parents or multiple time parents, teenage parents in particular, or not. This isn't going to be edited, so yeah, and by the way, I do videos on controversial subjects, so if I'm going to get hate for this, I really don't care, my opinion. But just so you know, I will respond to every single comment I get. But let me start off by saying I do not feel that her video was attacking anyone in any sort of way, even though the video did come at a bad time, considering we just found out that Tayler Tragedy is now pregnant with her 4th child. But I still don't feel like it was personally attacking her. I mean, second time teen parenting, or multiple teen pregnancies is considered a controversial subject. Why is that? Why is it considered controversial? I mean, to me, it should be common sense to take all the proper steps to prevent a second or third, fourth, fifth time pregnancy. I mean, I understand that because I'm a teen and I'm sexually active, but I understand that once you're sexually active, it's hard for you to stop, slow down, whatever, and it's kind of hard for you to be abstinent, especially when you have a boyfriend, fiance, whatever. But there are other steps you can take, like, for instance, Tayler Tragedy, or Tayler, she stated before that she doesn't like using condoms. And by the way, I'm not attacking her. I love her videos. I watch her videos every day, and I thumb them up because I like them. And she has 2 very cute kids. But, so I'm not attacking her in any sort of way. I'm just simply stating this. There are other measures you can go to preventing pregnancy from occurring. If you don't like condoms, there's birth control. And there's all forms of different birth controls. So if the pill doesn't work for you, there's the Mirena, or the implant, IUD. And if that doesn't work for you, there's the shot, Depo-Provera. And if that doesn't work for you, there's the patch. There's all kinds of birth controls, and all different forms. So there's all these different brands you can try out that's on the market, that's, well, not on the market, that's available by prescription for you. So if someone were to tell me that, hey, the pills don't work for me, I'd give them a list, because there's not just one. There's other alternatives you can try. And if you don't feel comfortable with birth control or condoms, then guess what? There's also spermicides, but spermicides aren't very effective. And then there's also the female condom. There's I forgot what it's called. The one that goes, the cervical cap, I believe it's called. There's all sorts of different methods you can use to prevent pregnancy. So, yeah, and I don't think teens are very well informed of this. See, they just think that, oh, there's condoms, and oh, there's birth control pills, and other methods. They don't know that there's other alternatives. They don't know that there's the sponge. They don't know that there's Depot. They don't know that there's the female condom. They don't know that there's the cervical cap, diaphragm. They don't know about all these things. And so that was also the inspiration for my videos that I'm making on contraceptives. Because contraceptives does not just mean condoms and birth control pills and stuff. It's a whole variety of things. See, and nowadays teens, they're just out having sex, and once they get pregnant the first time, they're in this mindset that, oh, well, I can just get by using condoms by itself, or I can just go on the pill, forget to take it every day and stuff, or forget to take it at the same time every day. But it doesn't work that way. You have to be consistent in these methods. And you know what, if like, there's so many brands, like you can try orthotricycline, Mirena, I don't know the name of the patch, but I think it's just called the patch. You can try all these different brands. Now moving on to the next thing, financially, there are a lot of teens outside of YouTube who are on their second child, and they're struggling because they can't meet their financial needs. And I mean, government assistance to me, that's nothing. I mean, that's nothing, because hey, sometimes we all need a little help now and then, every now and then. But what irks me is that some teens, they just keep popping babies out, and then they're stuck wondering, why am I such in a financial bind? Why? It's all the diapers you use, it's all the formula, if you formula feed, it's all the toys, clothing, and other necessities, food, milk, and everything else that's necessity for a baby. Well, think about that, because there are going to be times when you struggle, and struggle a lot. I mean, I know there are many teen parents who look up to YouTube moms such as Jessica, Lindsey, Tayler, Brittany and Baby, and others. But see, what they fail to realize is they're partnered. They do get help from YouTube, and YouTube pays pretty good. So, because I personally know, because a close friend of mine, she's partnered with YouTube, and the money she makes, it's good money. So they're making pretty good money. And so other teens are there looking up to them and thinking it's so easy, but it's not easy. Think about the financial things. They're not always going to be financially stable. So that's another thing to think about. Another thing is, some of them need to be realistic. And by realistic, I mean they need to look at certain things. I know a lot of them say they want to go back to school and stuff, but it's going to be hard, because you not only have one mouth to feed, you have two or more mouths to feed. So it's going to be so much harder to go back to school, go back to college, go back to work. And especially if you're a single parent who has no help. So that makes it that much harder. And it's just, I lost my wording. It's just so much harder. And I'm not going to say it's a burden, because to me, I don't believe children are burdens. No. Children are not burdens whatsoever. But, I'm trying to word this. But everything you do is going to be so much harder. You're going to have to work 2-3 times as hard than you would normally have to do. You're going to have to start small, and it may take you years and years and years to finally accomplish things. And also, another thing is that it's going to be hard, not only on you, but it's going to be hard on your kids. And no matter if you have your kids living the good life or living in the middle class, it's still going to be hard on them. Because when they grow up, it's going to be so much more difficult to explain to them about teen pregnancy. So chances are their children are going to have children at a young age, and the cycle is going to continue. So to me, I just think you should set a good example. And like I said, if you don't want to use condoms, that's cool. There's other alternatives that you can use. And it's going to be so much harder. So for those of you teenagers who are thinking, hey, they have it good or whatever, by looking at all these teen mothers on YouTube, it may be good the first few months because you have a baby there who's there like cute and cuddly and stuff, but reality, that baby's gonna add up. I mean, think about the necessities it needs, the cost of the child, the cost of caring for one, the emotional drain, the physically draining stuff. It's just so much hard work. And I think teen moms who are going to be second time around moms, after they're done having the second kid or whatever number of kid they're done, I believe that they need to seriously, even though if they're a good mom, because I know there are a lot of moms, second time moms or multiple time teen moms who or moms in general, who are really good moms, and kudos to them. But I just think they need to take more responsibility in themselves. Not in what they do, but in themselves. They need to be more responsible for their bodies. Because years and years of having children, it's going to wear you down. And I don't mean just physically. It's going to drain you emotionally. And it's just so much. And then you just have to think about being more responsible. Be more responsible with yourself. Like, I keep losing my train of thought because I'm just everywhere, because I'm making this video straight out of seeing that one. So there may be a part 2 to this. But I know they're good moms, great moms, and I know Jessica, Tayler, Lindsey, and all them, they're great mothers. They're doing what they're doing, and they're doing a good job. But I think them and other mothers need to be more responsible in themselves. Yes, they're great mothers, but they need to be more careful. Because it's not just themselves they're affecting. They're affecting their children. They're affecting their loved, like, if they have a boyfriend or fiance, they're affecting them too. They need to think a little bit more better. I'm not going to say smarter because they're smart girls. But they just need to think things a little bit more through. And like, there's other methods you can do to prevent pregnancy. And I'm stressing this over and over and over, but it needs to be said. And there are people out there who are saying it's immature and it's rude. No, it's not rude. Yes, controversial subjects seem rude, but they're usually things that need to be touched on. Because you need to think, there's a certain point when you need to come and think to this, like, wow, there's a lot of second-time teen mothering or second-time mothering going on. Like, what can we do to prevent this? What are the steps we can take to help them, to help us, and stuff like that? We need to work as a team. And ladies, let me just say this, because I saw in Vanessa's thing comments, because I'm the type who likes to answer each comment individually. So let me just say this. There's a lot of hating going on. And a lot of, oh, pointing the fingers. He said this, she said, well, she said, and all of this. And twisting of words. But instead of doing this, how about we just join together and come to a solution? Come on. Why all this fighting? Why? Nothing ever got done by fighting about things. Come on. Let's just try to make this as peaceful as it comes. To me, I believe that things don't get accomplished by fighting and hating and bashing on each other. I mean, come on, ladies. What is that? I'm gonna have to make a whole nother video about that, because I see a lot of ladies hating on other ladies, and that's just gonna be a whole nother video. I'm sorry, but I got started and I'm on a roll tonight. But it's just getting out of hand with everyone saying it's rude and immature. No, it's not immature. Yes, Vanessa could have worded things differently, but it's not immature because it needed to be said. It needed to get out there. And I'm glad someone in the YouTube community decided to say this, because it's become a problem. And by problem, I don't mean the children are problems, because to me, children are blessings. They did nothing. They did nothing wrong. And I give kudos to Jessica, Lindsey, Tayler, and all the other YouTube teen moms, and other teen moms outside of YouTube for doing what you do and being responsible and taking care of your actions. But sometimes I just think some of your actions need to be taken a little bit more better. You need to be a little bit more precautionary. And there's some people who say, oh, well, I did everything I did to prevent this. No, you didn't. If you did everything you did to prevent it, then this wouldn't have happened. And by everything, I don't mean being abstinent, because, I mean, that's going to be close to impossible. But it is achievable, but it's going to be hard. By that, I mean using condoms, using contraceptives, using different solutions. It's just, I mean, I know accidents happen, but that's the thing. Do not make it an accident. Make it to where it was planned and where you were ready, not unprepared. I mean, yes, children are blessings, but it gets harder as they age. And financially, it's going to get harder as they age too, because if you're having one right after another, or one every 2, 3, 4 years, it's still going to add up. You're going to have to think about the cost of schooling, the cost of health care, the cost of clothing, the cost of food, groceries, so on and so forth. The cost of all that, it's going to add up over time. So having a baby isn't cheap. You may, and I know there's like young girls out there who are wanting to have babies, but y'all need to rethink things. It is not easy. And I'm just going to stop right here, and I'm going to make other videos, and this has encouraged me to keep on with my contraceptive series. So yeah. And if y'all say that this video was a hate video or immature or controversial, I don't care. Congratulations, you just formed your own opinion. I love hearing everyone's opinion. I really do. But just so you know, I don't delete hate comments. I allow them and I will respond. And chances are I'll fire back at you. So, and also, if you say something stupid, like saying, oh my gosh, you're being such a bitch, guess what? I am a bitch. Congratulations, we just confirmed another thing. I do controversial subjects. I have a whole list of controversial subjects coming up. I have a whole list of them, so it's just what I do. Bye.